We often think of the law as this promise, right? A promise of fairness, of protection. But what happens when that promise gets broken? Today, we're going to dig into the huge gap between the laws that are meant to protect tribal land and the harsh reality for people who have it stolen.
And that question, right there, is really the heart of it all. What does justice actually look like in this situation? Is it just getting a check in the mail years later? Is it winning a court case that took a decade? Or is it something more fundamental? That's what we're going to explore.
Well, you might be surprised to hear that the law is actually crystal clear on this. The number one goal, the top priority, isn't money. It's restoration. The entire legal system is built around one simple, powerful idea. Give the land back to its rightful owner, period.
Okay, so let's start with how things are supposed to go. Let's look at the ideal path, the way the system was designed to work. In theory, it's a straight shot to making things right.
And look, on paper, it's pretty straightforward. Step 1. The owner just has to show that their land was sold or transferred without the proper legal okay. Step 2. The court steps in, looks at the evidence, and says, nope, this sale is illegal, and cancels the deed. And Step 3. The land goes back to the person it belonged to in the first place. Simple, clean, fair.
And this isn't just some fantasy, right? It's supposed to be backed by some serious legal muscle. You've got major Supreme Court rulings, you've got specific laws designed to protect this land, and there are even legal aid services to help people navigate the process. The whole foundation looks solid, on paper.
But, and this is a huge but, that's where the paper promise meets a very different, very messy reality. This is where that clear path gets completely overgrown and blocked.
So what's the deal? Why does this whole system fall apart? Well, it turns out it's not just one thing. It's more like a 3-car pileup on the road to justice. Let's break down the 3 big bottlenecks that just choke the whole process. Okay, so here's the breakdown. First up, you have the problem of proof. How are you supposed to prove your case when the official records are a total mess, land surveys are missing, or maybe the paperwork just plain doesn't exist? Then there's time. We're talking about legal battles that drag on forever, years and years of appeals, basically designed to wear you down and make you give up. And finally, incentives. This one is huge. If the officials who greenlight these bad deals face zero consequences, what's to stop them from doing it over and over again?
And what happens when all 3 of those things fail? The result is simple, and it's devastating. The entire weight of the problem, finding out you've been wronged, fighting it in court, and then trying to enforce the decision, it all falls squarely on the shoulders of the victim.
Okay, but it doesn't have to be like this. There is another way to think about all this, a proactive approach where the state, not the victim, does the heavy lifting.
And just look at the difference. On the left, that's the mess we have now. The victim has to do everything. But look at the right. Imagine a system where it's the state's job to automatically review these land deals, to create a public list of the sketchy ones so everyone can see, and then to actually use its power with police backing to get the land back fast. See the difference? The burden flips completely.
And all of this brings us to a really tough, but really important way to measure whether a legal system is working at all. It's a pretty sobering standard, but it's one we have to consider.
Think about it. How many times should a system of justice reward a thief for breaking the law? The answer has to be 0, right? Absolutely none. Anything more than that, and the system itself is broken. And this right here, this is the line that just stops you in your tracks. If restoration takes longer than the theft, the system rewards the thief. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. It means the person who did the wrong thing gets to profit from their crime for years, while the victim waits and waits. By that standard, justice delayed isn't just denied, it's actually a reward for the criminal.
So that leaves us with one last big question. We have these laws, these promises written down on paper. But if the reality on the ground is the complete opposite, what are those promises even worth? It really makes you wonder, should we measure our systems by their noble intentions or by the actual results they deliver for real people?